here. Welcome, it's Alex with AJ English here, and we're gonna look at essay writing for the IELTS and the TOEFL test. This is the same structure, so whether you're taking IELTS or the TOEFL test, this is gonna apply. The structure is the same. There is actually no difference. So again, TOEFL and IELTS writing task number 2, which is called independent in the TOEFL, and in the IELTS test is called just like that, writing task. Yes, writing task number 2. So let's get into it. And this is the question is a cause and solution type of essay. Many students don't know how to do this. They do not understand the structure, but there is a logic to this that I will help you break down and explain so that you don't have to, you want to get a high score, right? You don't want to get a horrible score. So this is like a hack. I'll break it down for you step by step. The common question, the question is here, which is commonly you're going to ask for a solution in the form of measures, what can be done about it, solutions. So the wording might be different in the questions that you see during the test, but they will present a problem and they will ask you to do something or to make some suggestions on how to solve the problem. That's going to be the same as a cause and solution or a problem and solution type of essay. It's exactly the same. In here, you can see that they mention this is the problem, and they're asking why. They're asking for the cause in this case, and they are saying what measures, in other words, solutions. Yeah. What measures or solutions can be taken to tackle this problem. So some of the phrases that you might also see might include, I'm going to type in here because I think it's necessary to see what could be done, right? Solutions, the word solution would come up in there. Another way that you might see this question asked is, what are some ways to deal with this problem? So all of these are kind of phrases that would help you identify, oh, they're asking me for a solution. Okay, they're asking me for a solution. So I'm here to help you with that, that part of the, so you understand what you gotta do. And again, it would be like this. They mention the word solutions or some ways to deal with it, or what measures can be taken. Yes, so let's move on to see the structure. How you do this is a 4. I call it the you can see me method, can see me structure, intro, 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs, conclusion, reasons and solutions in the first and second paragraph. Now here's the example. In this case, the writer mentioned the intro. So that's the intro right here. And then there is one of the reasons and another reason. See, paragraph 1 includes 2 reasons. Paragraph 2 over here includes the solution. First, this is one solution. And also, so that's the second solution. There is some logic to this because it mentions the words first and also kind of like giving you some sequence. You can use first and second, or one of the solutions is, and another solution is, like one of the reasons why, another reason. So in this case, they mentioned that. And you will see what I make a point about using verbs that end in ing. But first off, let's take a look at our essay, the structure for the intro. Here, state the topic. Always, if you don't, you'll lose points, and that's gonna cost you a lot. You might not get a level like B2, B1. B1s, you require to state the topic. B2, C1, C2s, you have to, and you must be able to paraphrase. So do not copy the question, paraphrase it. That is gonna give you like, you're gonna start off as a B1, B2, C1 type of writer. And then if you would like some extra points, make sure that there are some solutions to those problems. You have to mention that if you want to have a higher score. Now, in the paragraph, the first paragraph, what you want to do is be able to explain the main idea as usual. The first sentence kind of says that in this case, you got to state the first reason. So within the first line, you have to mention the first reason why the problem is there and provide a real or imaginary solution. I mean, a situation to explain the first reason. So if you don't know, make it up. It could be from a movie, it could be from some story you read in a book, or you just think of something. Hopefully, you have spent some time reading or watching movies, videos where you can learn about situations like this, because basically you got to show that you understand things like this in real life. You don't want to go to these countries where you're going to study, they only speak English and a language like in America, in the US, like in Canada, UK, London, Liverpool, Manchester, people wouldn't speak your language probably. And so you got to show that you don't only, you got to be ready for that, right? But anyway, back to the focus is, back to the topic. The focus is here. First reason, second reason, you're going to mention a situation to explain and a consequence of that reason. So you can have a good logic, a strong essay. Paragraph 1. Paragraph 2 is about solutions only, not anything else, nothing but solutions here. So you got to introduce this paragraph by saying there are some solutions. Two, in this case, you may have only one, but I advise you to have two different ways to solve the problem, or two solutions. That's one. And then what could be done, that would be the second. And you notice there is a solution and also, again, a result. There is another solution for the second reason you mentioned in the other paragraph, and a result. If you do that, it's going to be very easy for the readers to understand how you linked the, not the conclusion, you linked the first reason why they have this problem and the second reason. So you provided a solution for each with some results. That makes for a high-level essay. And then we're going to move on to the conclusion, which is where you kind of always finish off strong by paraphrasing what you mentioned earlier. So paraphrase your solutions and tell them this is the conclusion, like, phrases to conclude, to summarize, and then mention the benefits of implementing your solutions. And so that is very important. You want to get C1, you're going to get B2, right? You got to be able to write like this. So make sure you do that. And if you want to kind of make sure you get a C1, you could go over here for extra points, the INGs, like if they say, how can we avoid people from committing crimes again? And your solution was training, then your answer, in this case, you can get extra points if you say, giving them some training will help reduce the probability of them becoming repeat offenders. Or what's it called? Having trained them is one of the solutions. Kind of like that. You'll see in the essay. In fact, let's look at the essay. What am I talking about? The essay is here, and check how they did it. I'm going to show you here the intro. One problem that should be addressed is that of offenders who commit crimes after their release from prison. So right off, they mention the problem. And then they show finding employment and get rejected by society. Two reasons why. Even though they don't say that, they kind of added to that. Maybe this could be phrased a little bit better, perhaps. And then they do the extra, the extra points. In this essay, we will discuss two of the best ways to deal with this problem. The best ways, they mean solutions. So there it is, tackle the problem, right? And the second one, also there must be better rehabilitation. So there you go, they did that. And then the second paragraph starts off by saying one of the reasons, so there are many, but one of the reasons why they commit crimes, again, is that they cannot support themselves. Another reason they struggle after their release from is rejection. You see? Another reason, so one reason, some good logic. Another reason, that helps the reader understand, oh, there are two reasons. And then I mentioned an imaginary situation, if they could. This is a good way to use a variety of vocabulary, especially in this case, different structure in grammar. And then consequently to show the results of the second reason why they're repeating, they're offending, reoffending after they come back or they get out of prison. Now, here are the two most effective solutions, and they mention first, to tackle the problem, they must learn and develop some word skills. So you see that first, and then they mention some benefits right there. Having said skills will definitely help them find work and provide for themselves and their family. So as a result of that, the results, I guess we could say that. And then the second solution, right? This is because they say, it says here that rejection, better rehabilitation programs are told them deal with deal with rejection, yeah, and become functioning members of society again. You see, they tackle each problem, each reason with a solution, and then they summarize this paragraph and basically kind of refer to all of this by saying these two approaches, ways. So just in case you didn't know, you want to remember, approaches are ways to do something. In this case, ways to solve the problem, or we may call them solutions, right? So, and then it says here that we'll give them a second chance, very promising, an opportunity to start a new life with a clean slate. A clean slate basically means zero penalty, zero guilt, zero everything. Don't feel bad. And so this is a very powerful statement right there. And that can give you a very high score. Also, they also tell the reader this is the end in conclusion. And this is what I was saying about the extra points. Becoming employable is one of the INGs. Instead of saying they are employable, you can say becoming employable. Going through a new and effective rehabilitation program, or programs in this case, they say would have. So this is the verb, and this is the subject, becoming and going. It's like if they do this and they do this, they will. But here, instead of saying they, you can change it and use the ing. Some people may call it gerund. It's basically a noun, so it can be used as a subject for a verb. So we don't care what this is called. What you need to know is that you can say it like this, right? I mean, you're not going to be teaching English during the test. And finally, you mentioned some of the positive results if they do what you said in the essay. If governments did this, crime figures would certainly drop like, like if crime is going up, they do that, crime will go down because, well, not crime, but the offenders who commit crimes again, instead of going up, they would drop. That's what this means. The figures or the numbers would drop, boom. And ultimately that's the question, right? Remember the question was, what could be done to tackle the problem? And there you go. That's how you do it. Hope this was very helpful. If you need some help, there's a link in the description. As usual, here to help you. Any questions or comments, make sure to leave them in there so that we can help you further. So if you want your essay assessed, in a session, we can help you with that. So make sure you follow the link again, and we'll see you there. Have an amazing day. Bye.